Go now live to a police press conference about the dog attack in Milton Keynes that killed 4-year-old Alice Stones.
Everybody ready? Yep. Okay, sir.
So I'm Superintendent Mark Tarbett and I'm the police commander for Milton Keynes. And I'm really saddened to be talking to you under such tragic circumstances today. So I'll run through the facts as we currently know them and then I'll provide some updates. So just after 5 p.m. yesterday afternoon, officers were called to a property in Broadlands in Netherfield, where it was reported that a child had been attacked by a dog in a back garden. Medical staff attended the location, but sadly a 4-year-old girl was pronounced dead at the scene. Formal identification has not yet taken place, and our thoughts are with her family and friends at this difficult time. The child's family are being supported by specially trained officers, and we'd ask that their privacy is respected. An investigation is currently underway to fully understand the circumstances, but we currently believe that this was a tragic, isolated incident and there is no threat to the wider community. Accordingly, no arrests have been made at this time. I can confirm that the dog was a family pet and was put down by police at the scene yesterday evening. And part of the investigation is to establish the breed of that dog. While our investigation takes place, there will be more officers in the area over the coming days. This is clearly an incident that has shocked and upset people, and I urge residents to speak to officers with any questions or concerns they may have. I'd also like to ask the community for their support in not speculating about this matter, and offer reassurance that our detectives are working hard to progress the investigation, and you can contact us if you have any information. I'll share further updates when we have them, and thank you.
Superintendent Mark Tarbett there giving a short statement in Milton Keynes after the death of Alice Stones, the little girl pictured there, just 4 years old, killed by a dog in the back garden of a house in Milton Keynes. An investigation is underway to understand the circumstances surrounding her death. You heard the superintendent there say that the dog involved was a family pet. It has been put down, the breed not yet established. He also spoke about the concerns in the community. He said that it is believed to be a tragic, isolated incident, but of course the police are there for support. Let's bring in Sky's Ashna Hiranag. She's at the scene and has been following this story as it has unfolded. Ashna, this is just such a tragic case. Poor little Alice Stones there, and the police just, you know, reminding the community that it's important not to speculate at this stage. This is still an ongoing investigation.
Yes, Superintendent Mark Tarbett there from Thames Valley Police explaining to us that now their main task is to try and establish the breed of this dog. We learnt that this was indeed a family pet, confirming what friends and neighbours had told us earlier on. Inside the house that's literally right across the road from this church next to me, inside that property lived 4-year-old Alice Stones alongside her mother Louise. And we know now that this was a family pet which committed this horrendous attack on 4-year-old Alice, killing her yesterday. Paramedics came to the scene just after 5 o'clock last night, and little Alice was pronounced dead at the scene. We've been speaking to people here today all day. Understandably, they are absolutely devastated and heartbroken too, because this came as such an awful shock. What we heard there from the superintendent was that this was an isolated incident, in that he meant that once police had established that this was the dog that had committed this attack, police officers then went on to put that dog down. Of course, they will now try to establish where exactly this dog came from, where was it sourced from. It's understood that the family didn't have this dog for very long, some saying that they had it for a few weeks, some for a little bit less than that. But everyone we've spoken to said there is just such a sense of shock because they couldn't believe that this family pet was capable of such a thing. We've managed to see some home videos of little Alice that have been provided to us, and in it you can see such a happy, smiling, giggling young 4-year-old, just like any any other 4-year-old. There are videos of her playing in the park nearby with her mother. She's playing it alongside her friends, and she just seems so happy and giggling. And the fact is, no one could have predicted that such an awful incident would have happened. Today, outside the property, there's been a significant police presence still, as you'd be able to imagine. There are police guarding both the cordon at the front of the house and at the back. And we've also seen a forensic tent put up at the back of the property because it's thought this incident happened in the family's back garden. And this morning we could see keys left in the front door, curtains that hadn't been drawn, windows that were still open. Such is the sense of franticness in which this incident unfolded barely 24 hours ago. But really, thoughts here within this community are with the family at the centre of it all, and those who knew 4-year-old Alice Stones.